Hello, welcome back to AWS Solution Architect Associate. So today we'll be going through this module 7 knowledge check. So let's start it. So if we score 70%, then we'll pass, otherwise we'll have to give again. So let's start. So what is AWS site-to-site VPN? So I think the answer should be here: a solution that provides a connection between a virtual private cloud VPC and an on-premise network by using IPsec. So what does AWS Direct Connect provide? So I think the answer should be this A. So a dedicated network connection for an on-premise network to AWS that uses 801.1q. Okay. So a company has two virtual private cloud VPCs. VPC A has classless CIDR block of 10.1.0.0.16. VPC B has CIDR block of 10.2.0.0.16. Both VPC belong to the same Amazon AWS account. What is the simplest way to connect the two VPCs so that they can route all traffic between them? So since they are in the same AWS account, so I think the simplest way should be VPC peering. 4. A company is implementing a system to back up on-premise system to Amazon Web Services. Which network connectivity method will provide a solution with the most consistent performance? So here the answer, I think, it should be AWS Direct Connect. So systems in a secure subnet in a VPC must access a bucket in a simple storage service Amazon S3. Which solution stops traffic from crossing the internet? So I think if I create a VPC gateway endpoint for Amazon S3, then it will stop the traffic from crossing the internet. Okay. So question number 6. So a company has three virtual private cloud VPCs, VPC A, B, and C, have the CIDR block that do not overlap. So both A and C have separate VPC peering connection with B. However, A cannot communicate with C. So what is the simplest and most cost-effective way to enable full communication between A and C? So I think the answer here should be adding a peering connection between A and C and route traffic between A and C through the peering connection. So because of a natural disaster, a company moved a secondary data center to a temporarily facility with internet connectivity. It needs a secure connection to the company's virtual private cloud VPC that must be operational as soon as possible. The data center will move again in 2 weeks. Which option meets the requirement? So here I think it should be AWS site-to-site VPN. So what is the simplest way to connect 100 VPCs, virtual private clouds, together? So the answer here should be to connect the VPC to AWS Transit Gateway. Okay, so let's continue. So a company security administrator requires that EC2 instance is in a specific subnet, must connect to Amazon DynamoDB through a VPC endpoint. The company's network standards require that the infrastructure support high availability. So which action meets this architecture requirement without adding another subnet? So I think the answer here should be like to associate a single VPC endpoint in the subnet. Okay, so last question. A company uses a single AWS Direct Connect connection between their on-premises network and their VPC cloud. They want to ensure that the network connectivity is highly available by adding a backup connection. Which network connectivity method provides most cost-effective solution to the backup? Most cost-effective solution to the backup connection. So I think it's an on-demand AWS site-to-site VPN connection across the internet. So this way we have scored 10 out of 10, like we have scored 100%. So I think you are also able to do all this right. So hope to see you in another module.